Fogworks and DMC, and together with our fellow investors like Draper and Lingfeng Captial. Since the beginning, I think the team has been building a very interesting kind of a storage layer on Ethereum. And Zhichu and his co-author created this ERC 7585 new protocol. And in the effort of delivering this the new tech to the users, the team also created, on the back of Fogworks, now the Foggy Max, right, and the different devices, and tapping into the DePIN space. Today in the audience we have, I think I'm standing right between you guys and the next panel, where we would have excellent panelists to talk about DePIN development and investments. And DePIN is especially important when people talk about how to address the mass market and how to deliver blockchain to the everyday use. In the course of the last, I would say, 4 or 5 years, we've seen a tremendous development both on the blockchain space as well as on the AI space. And it becomes more and more important to understand the interaction and relationship between data, machine, and humans, right? We always, have the question on how we, as human, as a user, to generate, to transact, to store, and to use our data. But more and more so, we will see that the machines are stepping to the way. And it has, with all these AI and machine learning, developments, which is not novel, which is not new. It has been around for the last 4 decades also, but we see the major breakthrough lately. It makes it more imperative for us to consider how we protect humans, how we protect our data, both on the security, privacy side, and the data autonomy. I think the innovations, the devices such as what we're discussing today, and the DePIN space in general, presented this opportunity for us to understand how we balance the importance of data privacy, autonomy, as well as the value of personal data. And in the meantime, using a blockchain to verify and process the data in this. I would say this is only the beginning. If we look at the device, if we look at the tech, probably in 5 years' time we're gonna all laugh at it. But perhaps the new journey. For whatever purpose, I'll look at one piece of it, at least as a souvenir, right? You can laugh at it in 5 years' time and see how ridiculous, how premature it is. But my belief is that in 5 years' time, we will see a much more usable devices, be it in this shape or in other shape, and that will be something that is integral to our efforts in this journey forward.
DePIN is a $5 trillion market cap, and they're right now only 0.1% of the DePIN in this field. So there's huge potential to grow, and we really want to work together. Everybody in the room work with us. We want to make sure we can get DF's protocol work in the DePIN field.
AI is very important. It's developing very fast, but data ownership and privacy is going to be more important in the AI era, because your identity can become completely hijacked if you don't pay attention to the data privacy and ownership. So that's what our next model we're trying to address, what we call the Foggy Max AI. we try to make sure the generated content and LLM model will be on your private, DePIN device, that so you can, so it's going to be a trustless AI, AI assistant to you.
My short-term vision, the first short term is about our product. It means that I'm trying to build a new storage consensus. Sometimes we can work in the EVM, can work in, sometimes even can be working in the BTC, but BTC just can prove a small bit storage. And I will do a lot of that because we want to let anyone can use most cheap and the most dependency storage on your DePIN device. And you can store everything you get today. So if you have the data is your memory. It's your memory. In fact, actually, we were trying to develop the next generation of the DePIN device with powerful hardware, with the powerful computer resource. And we can help you to host local LLM on your DePIN device. And this time it's very fancy because this device in the lab and it's expensive. But I believe maybe this is my long-term vision, about the personal AI. If the hardware is good enough, everyone can have a local LLM on your house. And this LLM can then buy your memory. And could be the one who knows you self most. Sometimes this AI will know you more than your parent or your husband or wife. I call it the personal AI, and or short for the PI. The PI is the subtitle for the PC. No one needs PC. Everyone needs PI. And the PI could be the next generation, the new future of the computer.
Just inevitable. I mean, you already see that like a lot of people want to have their own, LLM models that are like private, that they don't have maybe some of the, like restrictions or some of the censorship, of like public models. And so, I really like what you said. On top of that, I mean, I echo what Vic was saying as well, right? If you think about it, we're talking about, GPU shortage, all these things. It's inevitable that somehow the regular general public, thanks to sort of like the DePIN model, would be able to then enhance the growth of like AI or model training, attributing and all that. And so obviously going back to what we were saying earlier, for that you need a pretty robust infrastructure and a very scalable infrastructure which we sort of hopefully in a decentralized permissionless way. And so we're not quite there yet in terms of performance, but that's what we're working to be at least on par with Web2, and then start empowering a lot more interesting use cases that are basically unthinkable in a traditional Web2 model. And I think that's where the evolution really is going to happen. So I think DePIN, AI, ZK scaling, all these like, permissionless networks, all these like technologies, all the advancements on the like, decentralizing financial systems and all that will eventually be one thing. It won't be like many different sectors. Maybe it will be all components of sort of like the same type of architecture. And I'm really looking forward to see that in 6 months.
One of the new method of training AI is doing federated learning, which means that simultaneously there will be 5 or 6 models being trained while they're doing things. Now, so in this model, the AI data model and the data itself is likely to stay with the device itself. So it really goes into the DePIN train right now. So where Filecoin comes in is we can, hopefully with the help of Fogworks, we can reduce the device size and allow lower tier device to join the network and provide this kind of data for training. Now, I recently went to China for a roadshow there, and we do have storage providers that are already storing AI-related data, so self-driving, etc., and all that. And they do have services to be able to label those data, because until the data is labeled, it's really no use, or it's really too hard for AI model being trained on it. So I literally saw like hundreds of terabytes of people's driving records and being tagged by a room that's probably 100 times bigger than this, with a few hundred computers, with people tagging stuff. The stuff you do every day on the reCAPTCHA, some people do that for a living. So it shows how important and every country takes this quality of data and AI model seriously.
So I think another exciting thing for me is that, okay, how do we incentivize folks who are contributing this data? Like, I think Reddit already has some new system out there that if you want to use now Reddit APIs to feed your data, you have to pay them. But let's say, can we have more ways of things like data DAOs, where it could be like an on-chain smart contract where people can govern and collaborate and contribute to data, and potentially that can monetize in the future. Because I feel personally, when you see on an individual level, your data is not that valuable. You can try sell it, it won't sell, I can guarantee you that. But when you combine it with everyone's data, then it comes out to be meaningful. So one of the products that we're building on top of Lighthouse was this product called as SP and DAO. So what that team did was, you can contribute your credit score to it, and they have a platform which connects to all your banking systems that pulls your credit score data. And then whenever in future somebody wants to use like this credit score of data DAO, all the DAO members are rewarded. So I'm super excited about these things. And then the last point which is interesting to me is like the WorldCoin thing. And our point is like as more and more things move to AI and more AI generated content takes over maybe user and normal user generated content, then we need a system to verify is the person I'm interacting over the internet, whoever is generating content, is that a real human? So that is another thing that I'm excited about in general around this AI and Web3.
To start with the name, why I call it Zen. Zen in Asian means balance. The world is not balanced because we know people from the developing country is not a privilege like us. So I like to create something to help people from the developing country, like many NGO. I remember one NGO, they provide loan to help people from the developing country to start small business, as small as $20. So what I created in Zen DAO is people from developing country, they can use their mobile phone and then their social media accounts, just one click, to provide digital traffic service, digital marketing service, and then tap into like affiliate marketing. It's 28 billion a year. So that's part of one question. One thing I want to address. At the moment, we have about 150,000 people in our DAO, and the daily active user is 40,000. So we can create a Zen DAO, just a DAO alone can create a huge digital traffic for many business, not only Web3. And actually, we are working very close with Foggy Max, so provide digital traffic to create a social media platform, then can use Foggy Max storage, equipped that kind of a technology together. So this is a Web 2 plus Web 3.